Beloved Papa, where do I begin and where do I end? Papa was there in every moment of our life, right from the day I can remember till his last breath. He guided us throughout our career but never imposed any of his decisions on us. I still remember my passing of 12th standard. I had secured very high rank and was eligible for both medicine and engineering. He believed in astrology, so he took an opinion from an astrologer who said that I should select a branch involving mechanics, which would mean engineering. However, I was keen to become a doctor and I expressed my desire to him. He went back to the astrologer who said that even medicine, especially surgical branch, can be interpreted as mechanical. He came back and allowed me to pursue medicine, and as they say, the rest is history. The second incident was related to a remarkable change that would impact his life. In 2003, we thought that it would be nice for him to move to Mumbai near us. This meant that he would have to leave Ahmedabad, where he had spent more than 60 years of his life, and start afresh. He understood the necessity of this decision and agreed to move to Mumbai and cut his ties off from Ahmedabad by selling off the ancestral home. Never in his life he has regretted once this decision. Even last week he remembered how he and Ajay were skeptical about him moving to Mumbai and how right I was. He was a man of independent thinking, action and opinion. He took extreme care of himself, thereby lessening our responsibility in looking after his health. Several of my doctor friends who are also on this call will remember how directly he would call them upon and fix up an appointment and not wait for me to help him. He was a meticulous planner, and it would not be an exaggeration to say that even he planned his death. He was a person who had penned down each and every detail. Even he had packed a bag for him to be taken to the hospital in case he had to be hospitalized. This particular picture has been selected by himself for his Shraddhanjali. Not in that, he also has left a list of all the contact that he would like to be informed after his death. I don't think any one of us can do such a detailed planning for after death. His absence will create a void that can never be fulfilled, but at the same time, he will always be with us, guiding us in every walk of life. With a very heavy heart, I pay my Shraddhanjali and pray for his soul to attain nirvana, his ultimate desire. Jai Jinendra.
Life is a journey of destiny. It is always a package of joy with sorrow. He too had many ups and downs in his journey, but with his sharp ability to introspect and analyze, and with God's grace, he rose above all the challenges of life and used them as opportunities to unlock his higher potential. He transformed into an epitome of forbearance and tried to find positivity in any given situation. He persevered to attain spiritual and religious knowledge in various ways and always thanked God for giving him time to pursue his spiritual goals. For me, he was a pillar of strength. He encouraged me to attain newer milestones, whether it be by looking after a year-old Parth when I went to UK or coming and living with us when I went for a fellowship to Australia. He took the same pride in my achievements as he took for Paresh's. We shall truly miss him. May God give us all the strength to overcome these dark moments, and may he always continue to guide us to the righteous path. Our sincere prayers for his divine soul to rest in eternal peace. Jai Jinendra. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
પપ્પા, તમને શત શત પ્રણામ. અમારા માટે આ માનવું કે તમે હવે અમારી સાથે નથી તે ઘણું ડિફિકલ્ટ છે. પપ્પાએ હંમેશા નાનપણથી અમને સચ્ચાઈ, વિનય, વિવેક અને જ્ઞાનનો સથવારો સાથે રાખવા માટે પ્રેરિત કર્યા છે. અમારા એજ્યુકેશન માટે પૂજ્ય પપ્પા મમ્મીએ ખૂબ ત્યાગ આપ્યો છે અને કદાચ તે ભણતરના કારણે અને તેમના આશીર્વાદથી અમે બધા સુખી છીએ. તેમની પ્રભુ પરની શ્રદ્ધા અને કર્મની થિયરીમાં વિશ્વાસ એટલો અટલ અને અડગ હતો કે તે તેમના જીવનનો આધાર સ્તંભ બની ગયો હતો. તેમણે પોતાના એકલવાયા જીવનને ધર્મરૂપી જ્ઞાનના ફૂલથી સુવાસિત કરી અને પોતાની જિંદગીની હર ઘડીનો સદુપયોગ કરવાની કોશિશ કરી હતી. નિયતિમાં એમનો વિશ્વાસ, ટેલિપથી અને ઇન્ટ્યુશન્સ ઉપર એમણે પોતાનું જીવન વિતાવ્યું હતું. જિંદગી જે સ્થિતિમાં રાખે તેમાંથી હંમેશા તેના પોઝિટિવ પોઈન્ટ્સને મનમાં રાખી અને સંતોષ કરવાનો અને કોઈનાથી કશું એક્સપેક્ટેશન નહીં રાખવાની મોટી શિખામણ અમને સૌને શીખવાડીને ગયા છે. નવકાર મંત્ર પરની તેમની શ્રદ્ધાએ અમારા જીવનમાં પણ દરેક ચેલેન્જિંગ સિચ્યુએશનમાં અમારો મંત્ર પરનો વિશ્વાસ હજી સ્ટ્રોંગ કર્યો છે. ફરી એકવાર પપ્પા, તમને અમારા દંડવત પ્રણામ.
Jai Jinendra. Papaji left for heavenly abode, leaving all of us in a state of shock and grief. It has been certainly an irreparable loss to all of us. The memories of the time spent with him will always remain. He has set an example of tremendous courage and determination by living a meaningful life in the absence of Mamiji through a path of religion and spirituality. He has been a source of inspiration to all of us. We salute him for living a life so efficiently, keeping himself always busy and occupied. It's really difficult to imagine that he is not amongst us today. We pray God that Papaji keeps showering his blessings to all of us.
It's still very difficult to accept that Papa is not with us anymore. It has been only 2 days since the news, but it seems like an eternity with mixed emotions. Papa was much more than a father to me. Our relationship has evolved over time, taking many forms. As children growing up, I remember Mummy telling us, Papa will be back from the clinic soon. Make sure you kids are not in his way, and specifically by kids, she meant me. So while I do remember his image as a strict dad in my early age, as we grew up, I saw him being transformed into my mentor. He put our education above everything and wanted to make sure we not only excel in our studies but also achieve our goals. To date, Papa will continue to share information, including his famous newspaper cutouts and other topics on WhatsApp. At times, we'll be annoyed at our parents sharing too much information. But what's very obvious was that Papa cared for all of us all of the time. He wasn't looking for gratitude or appreciation. This was just his way of showing love and affection to make differences in our daily life. For the last many years, our relationship has evolved from being dad to mentor to spiritual advisor and of course friendship. Even though Papa was 10,000 plus miles away, he was my travel companion. I commute 3 days a week to Jersey City. I would always call up Papa when he would just be finishing up his afternoon nap. Every time I asked Papa how he was doing, no matter how bad his shoulder was hurting that day, he would quickly change the topic by saying, I am lucky that I don't have any other major illness. Let's talk about you, how all of you are doing. This showed his extreme caring nature and putting others ahead of him. I was fortunate to visit Papa once a year for the last several years and spend a few days with him. I always used to look forward to my trip to India and spending time with Papa. We would spend most of our time talking about the old days, religion, spiritual aspects, and fitness. So not only could I reflect on old memories on these trips, but I was fortunate to build new ones that I could bring back home and now cherish forever. He took extreme pride in his children and grandchildren's achievement and was never hesitant to talk or often boast as a proud parent or grandparent. Papa loved his grandchildren more than his children and always used to say, I am reaping the benefits of interest more than principle. Papa led an amazing journey. He was great inspiration for all of us and I hope we can learn and adapt from him. His caring and loving nature for his family has touched so many hearts, he will be remembered across many generations. Although Papa is not with us today, I am sure he is watching over us and continuing to shower his blessings and guidance. Papa, we all love you very much and will miss you.
Papa, your willingness to indulge in stories behind all those black and white pictures about how you met Mummy and how you were taken by her beauty the first time you met her, how Dada, your father dressed like an Englishman, brought a very endearing and fun factor to our lives. This was your way of introducing the family to me as I joined in. Worrying about us was what made you you. From making sure that I don't land up getting sick by eating out, to ensuring all the medical checkups were done before I embarked on my journey in US as a newlywed. You made sure I was ready. And that came from a place of caring. The same caring that always wanted to make sure you had my favorite food ready every time I visited you. Safety comes first was a mantra you truly lived by. From the first time I lived with you and Mummy in Ahmedabad to the last time I met you in February, you always ensured we were safe. From jotting down taxi numbers we travel in to noting down details of our travel itinerary. You were always on top of it. There was always a second copy available with you, Papa, just in case we needed it. Knowingly or unknowingly, this translated in us as a quality of being more organized and cautious. Thank you, Papa, for these qualities that are ingrained in us now, that in turn help us succeed. Papa, no, you haven't left us. You're still here, even if it's in bits and parts of you we see in Paresh Bhai, Varshabin and Ajay. I know you are in a better place now, and your blessings will always shower down on us. We will miss you, Papa.
The past 24 hours have been like rewinding a video in many ways. Been thinking about all the memories I shared with Dadu and all the roles he played in my life. From spoiler in chief, by cultivating my lifelong love of soft drinks by introducing me to Gold Sub, to hostage negotiator in trying to get a 5-year-old me to give up a box of matches before I burnt the house down, to storyteller with all the bedtime stories he told me growing up. And that's what he truly was, a storyteller. He loved learning about anything and everything under the sun, and he loved sharing that with people. Through his cuttings, through his phone calls, through his Bay Minute lace, every conversation with him was unexpected, as you wouldn't know what new thing he's learned about. But also in a lot of ways it was familiar. The same energy, the same enthusiasm, and the same curiosity. Really miss you, Dadu.
हाय दादू, आई एम श्योर आप यहीं कहीं हैं और हम सबको सुन रहे हैं. हमें आपकी बहुत याद आएगी. आपका और मेरा रिश्ता हमेशा स्पेशल रहा है. हम जब भी मिलते थे कर्म और धर्म की बातें करते थे. इन बातों में हम दोनों को बहुत इंटरेस्ट रहता था और इस वजह से हम एक दूसरे को एक अलग ही लेवल पर समझ सकते थे. पिछले 1-2 साल से आप मुझे और पार्थ को अपने जाने की प्लानिंग बताया करते थे कि आप कैसे बिना कोई तकलीफ़ के अपने घर पर बिना बीमारी के 2 मिनट अपने जैन मंत्र बोलकर शांति से जाना चाहते थे. While we will miss you a lot and we wish कि हम आपके साथ होते, we are glad कि जैसा आप चाहते थे वैसा ही हुआ. You lived and died on your own terms.
His compound interest. That's what Nana called all grandchildren. Observation, consciousness, awareness. These are words that we would hear growing up around Nana. I still remember visiting him and Nani in Mangal Bhavan as a kid. Bedtime stories, visits to Kankaria Lake, and dinner tables set up with chach and lili chutney are to this day vivid memories for me. कर्म नहीं बांधवा, मोह माया नहीं राखवी, aham nahi karvu. These are lessons that he not only taught us but also lived by every day of his life. His unwavering determination to live by what is right is an inspiration for all of us. He personified the phrase noble soul by always putting others before him. Over the last few years, we would hear him say, Maro haath hali jaye che, when holding the phone. Despite the trouble it caused him, he always wanted to know about our lives and be a part of it, even if he couldn't physically be present. That is the essence of his soul, and that is how he will always be a part of our lives. We will deeply miss you and your cute smile, Nana.
In the little time that I had known him, he had always come across to me as the sweetest and the simplest person I'd ever known. I never actually got to meet him other than my wedding, except a few phone calls and video calls. It breaks my heart that I couldn't meet him again. I remember a video call on his birthday where he was so excited to show me his pictures from his younger days. It was so fascinating to listen to his stories from Mama, Papa and Rohan every now and then. We are ever so grateful to you for your love and blessings. You will be dearly missed, Nanaji.
Chikki mari chikki re re, chikki mari chikki re re. That's what Nana used to dearly call me when I was little. I still remember the jalebi gathia he used to get us for breakfast every time we visited him in Ahmedabad. I did not get a chance to know Nani very well, but always looked for her in Nana's stories. He always wanted me to learn karate for self-defense and worried for me during my late nights at office. Even gave me a whistle and small torch to carry with me, which I still have in my purse all the time. He gave justice to the phrase simple living and high thinking. His faith in God and our religion will always inspire us to lead a life of good virtue. We'll miss him a lot, but he'll always remain in our prayers and hearts.
I could manage to share very few but memorable moments with him, be it the small conversation we had over principles of Jainism or the lovely dinner date at Spice. Every time I met him, he showered his love and affection with the cutest smile ever. Love you, Nanaji.
Being thousands of miles away from my grandparents has always been difficult for me, but I feel lucky that Dada could guide me despite the distance. The last time I visited India, we took a trip to Ahmedabad together, where I was able to see our family home. During the long ride to the mandir, the only thing that could take my mind off the sweltering heat was Dada's stories. He remembered his memories with his parents and delighted us with amusing anecdotes about my dad's mischievous childhood. Hu Kishore Bai, Mara Papa Jay Suklal, Ene Papa Prabhashankar, and so on. Dada helped me feel rooted in our family, in our history. On every single phone call, Dada always had some wisdom to impart. Sometimes I thought he knew more about US politics than some Americans. He cared so deeply about our lives. When he found out I was going to study in the UK, he was so excited for me. I think he thought of his own love for travel, and when we talked throughout this year, he was always telling me about current events in London. Even the last time we talked, he gave me a detailed plan for how to stay safe after coming home from grocery shopping. The last few years, he taught me about choiceless awareness, showing me the value of truth and mindfulness. It's hard to believe that I won't be able to hear your voice again, but I know that I carry you when I seek wisdom and faith in my life. I remember and love you always. My grandfather, Dada.
I can't really believe that Dada is gone. His everlasting passion for knowledge will stay with me for the rest of my life, as he carried it with him in every aspect of his. He never stopped looking for the answer to a new question, But more than that, he never stopped having a deep and genuine interest in all the details of my life. One particular moment that I will keep with me is when I was 8 years old and we were returning from our vacation in Delhi. Dada spent 30 minutes with me in the airport trying to learn about every single one of my friends. This is a testament to his compassionate nature and his unmeasurable love for us. We were lucky enough to go on 2 memorable trips with Dada when we visited India, and I am so grateful for the lessons about Jainism he imparted on to me as we went to several temples in Gujarat. I remember eagerly listening to Dada's stories about Daddy's childhood as we went around Ahmedabad. I'm heartbroken that the last time we saw Dada in person was 6 years ago, but his love for us carried over hundreds of thousands of miles. Every phone and video call from him consisted of him learning about my latest hobbies, our shared love for science, the clubs I was involved in, or my new journey at college. And above all, he always kept us safe. I fondly remember the flashlights Dada gave us because it is a symbol of how he always was to me, a protector. I miss Dada very much, but I am sure that he will continue to be our protector for eternity. Love you, Dada.
Om Namo Arhantanam, Om Namo Siddhanam, Om Namo Ayaryanam, Om Namo Ujjayanam, Om Namo Lohe Sausaunam, Eso Panchana Mukkaro, Sawa Pao Panasano, Manglaram Cha Saumesi, Padam Havai Bangalam.
हे नाथ जोड़े हाथ पाए प्रेम थी सौ लागिए शरणु मळे साचू तमारू हे हृदय थी मागिए जे जीव आव्यो आप पासे चरण अपनावजो परमात्माए आत्माने शांति साची आपजो परमात्माए आत्माने परम शांति आपजो
वरी कर्म ना योगे करी जे कूल माए अवतरे त्या पूर्ण प्रेमे ओ प्रभु जी आपनी भक्ति करे
लख 84 बंधनों ने लक्ष्य माले कापजो परमात्माए आत्मा ने शांति साची आपजो परमात्माए आत्मा ने शांति साची आपजो
सुसंपत्ति सुविचार ने सत्कर्म नो देवार सो जन्मो जन्म सत्संग थी किरतार पार उतार जो
आलोक ने परलोक मां तब प्रेम रग रग व्याप जो
परमात्माए आत्मा ने शांति साची आप जो परमात्माए आत्मा ने परम शांति आप जो
मळे मोक्ष के सुख स्वर्ग ना आशाओ रे एवी नथी त्यो देह दुर्लभ मानवीनो भजन करवा भाव थी
साचू बतावे रूप श्री रण छोड़ हृदय स्थापजो परमात्माए आत्मा ने शांति साची आपजो परमात्माए
मैत्री भावनु पवित्र झरणु मुझ हैया माया करे। मैत्री भावनु पवित्र झरणु मुझ हैया माया करे। शुभ थाओ आ सकल विष्णु एवी भावना नित्य रहे। शुभ थाओ आ सकल विष्णु एवी भावना नित्य रहे। गुण थी भरेला गुणी जन देखी हयु मारू नृत्य करे। हयु मारू नृत्य करे। ए संतोना चरण कमल मां मुझ जीवन अर्घ्य रहे। मुझ जीवन अर्घ्य रहे। दीन क्रूर ने धर्म विहोणा देखी दिल मां दर्द रहे। देखी दिल मां दर्द रहे। करुणा भीनी आंखों मां की अश्रुनो शुभ स्रोत बहे। अश्रुनो शुभ स्रोत बहे। मार्ग भूलेला जीवन पथिक ने मार्ग चीन्ह